Hey, welcome to the weekly wrap only on Ken's 5 Plus. I'm your host, Audrey Castoreno. We want to get you updated on some of the biggest stories of the week. And at number 5 in our countdown, it's now been a month since the July 4th floods in the Hill Country, and one search team is taking new steps to find a North Texas man who's still missing. Crews are focusing their search in the same area where Jeff Ramsey's wife, Tanya, was found. She also died in the flood. Now, family members tell our sister station in Dallas the couple was staying at a cabin along the river at the HTR campgrounds in Kerrville. The couple's dog, Chloe, somehow managed to survive. Now their family wants search crews to check the area where Chloe was found, saying it could help find Jeff.
Some dogs, they like to flee and run. It's a possibility too, but usually if they had a very close relationship with their owner, yes, they will try to stick around and even find their owner.
The search team is focusing on a 1-mile stretch along the river. They believe they may have now found pieces of the 2013 Airstream Bambi camper that the couple owned. Meanwhile, the family of Seal Stewart is thanking the search team, still trying to bring their little girl home. In a post online, the family asked rescue teams to not give up on finding the 8-year-old. They ended their message by saying they feel Seal's presence everywhere and miss her every day. At number 4, if you're going to be outside, make sure you put on mosquito spray. It could save you from a bite and possibly from West Nile. A mosquito pool on the north side just tested positive for the virus. The San Antonio Metro Health says it's now working to treat that spot in the area of Blanco and West Ave. Last year, their crews detected the virus in mosquitoes 3 times. The CDC reports 12 people contracted West Nile across Bexar County last year. And now that kids are getting back to school, we're going to see sports injuries that are going to happen a little more often. There are some signs for which you really need to watch out for. Jeremy Baker reports in today's Healthy Essay.
A concussion is typically caused by an impact to the head and can affect your brain function, but not all concussions are caused by a blow to your body.
That brain injury then results in a cascade of blood flow changes, inflammation changes, neurotransmitter changes that then result in symptoms.
Physical symptoms of a concussion may include headaches, dizziness, nausea, vomiting, and blurred vision. Other symptoms of a concussion could be confusion, temporary amnesia, slurred speech, delayed response to questions, and a dazed appearance. So when should you see a doctor?
What we're recommending is that if somebody has an injury to the head, neck, or body that results in symptoms, that they go see somebody that day.
According to the National Safety Council, a child is treated every 3 minutes for a sports-related concussion. They also say 3.8 million concussions occur every year, and nearly half go undetected and untreated. And the CDC says about 3% of children and adolescents have received a concussion diagnosis. And since it may be hard to recognize a concussion on your own, it always helps for others to keep an eye on you as well.
After that happens, often on a football sideline, we will ask other athletes whether this person seems right, or to really report any symptoms that they see either in themselves or other athletes. Because if you're concussed, sometimes your judgment isn't exactly right, or you think you've just gotten your bell rung and things will be okay.
For more information about concussions, how to recognize them, and how to treat them, head to this story on KENS5.com. Jeremy Baker, KENS 5.
Good tips there. The weekly wrap is back after this.
Go ahead. Take a look at the faces of San Antonio Zone. When you look into their eyes, you see passion, you see hard work, you see familia. Generations of people who embody a rich culture of respect, honor, and originality. We're all in San Antonio, but more importantly, San Antonio is in us. It's what makes us special. It's why we're proud to be San Antonio's own.
A broken vehicle fixed after 5 months of no help.
KENS 5 made it 100% better.
A busted windshield fixed after getting the runaround from a contractor.
And you guys did it. Y'all were amazing.
A much-needed tax refund this man couldn't access. Yep, fixed.
KENS 5 actually helped me out quite a lot, actually.
Have a consumer problem you can't solve? Call KENS. Weekdays at 6 on KENS 5.
Got a problem, call KENS. They will solve the problem.
My name is Sue Kalberg, and I am a journalist for KENS 5 for 22 years. I think it's been an awesome privilege to be able to work in the town that I grew up in. My uncle, Rex Stanley, was the very first guy hired at KENS 5. From the beginning, I said, you can get paid for that? Let me in. It fills my heart to be a part of the KENS family, because the KENS family is the San Antonio family. I am San Antonio's own Sue Kalberg.
We want to get you breaking news right now.
Here, let me show you the police activity. New insight into a deadly police shooting.
We just got an update from fire officials. We'll continue to keep you updated.
Stream extended coverage, live or on demand, right here on KENS 5+.
Welcome back to the weekly wrap. At number 3, the STAR test could soon be replaced with 3 shorter assessments throughout the school year now. Test results would come in as little as 48 hours. Supporters say it could make testing less stressful and more useful for teachers, but some, including local teachers unions, aren't sold just yet.
Know who is actually going to be writing this test and how much bias will be in it.
The test results will still be used to grade schools, which some worry puts too much focus on districts and not enough on students. The STAR test is still in place for now, or at least through 2027. Any big changes are on hold while lawmakers figure things out. And he got the help he needed, and now he's paying it forward. A teacher on San Antonio's South Side knows firsthand how big the need for help with school supplies truly is. That's because he lived it. Now he's making sure his students don't have to go through it alone. Roxy Van Ruten has his story.
5 Palms Elementary, Hector Ramirez is more than a teacher. He's a former student who once sat where his kids sit now, struggling to stay afloat.
Whenever I needed help with supplies or I had students who needed a new pair of shoes, I knew to go to communities and schools because they would be a safe place on campus.
Growing up in San Antonio, Hector was the first in his family to go to college and the youngest to graduate in his class. Now, at just 22 years old, he's back on the other side of the desk.
And I say that not to celebrate myself, but to celebrate communities and schools and the members of the community behind the scenes who donated money, donated their time and resources to make a story like mine possible.
Hector now even sits on the board of the very same organization that once served him.
But you're also helping a single mother. You're helping a grandma and grandpa who are on a fixed income, but also are raising their grandchildren, right? And so I believe when you help someone, you help everyone. I'm here today serving the community because of communities and schools as a teacher, and I receive the very same services that I'm here talking to you about.
And the need is only growing.
Campaigns like Stuff the Bus really get the whole community out and engaged, and it allows us to come together and help fill that gap, help build that confidence within our students for them to succeed and thrive and take our place one day.
Roxy Van Ruten, KENS 5.
Stick with us, we'll be right back.
Go ahead. Take a look at the faces of San Antonio Zone. When you look into their eyes, you see passion, you see hard work, you see familia, generations of people who embody a rich culture of respect, honor, and originality. We're all in San Antonio, but more importantly, San Antonio is in us. It's what makes us special. It's why we're proud to be San Antonio's own.
Talked to this police officer, and she told me to call KENS 5.
Every week, KENS 5 is looking out for San Antonio's own.
The next day after you left, they sent a professional AC guy, and my AC's working now.
If you've been wronged by someone,
it was shocking. Clearly something went wrong.
Or a business,
I couldn't believe it was happening.
Just call KENS. Weekdays at 6, only on KENS 5.
I got my vehicle back. I'm rolling again, so call KENS 5 to help you if you need help too.
Born and raised on the northwest side of San Antonio, Texas. Generations of my family have been from this part of Texas. I have Fiesta roots, I have Spurs roots, I have Texas Fighter roots. Played basketball at Clark. Basketball was a huge part of my life for 16 years. My comfort dish, a plate of chilaquiles with salsa verde. I grew up watching KENS 5. I am who I am because of this beautiful city. I hope that they can find a sense of pride knowing that their creation is helping deliver them the most important news of the day. I'm Alicia Nieves, and I'm proud to be from this beautiful city.
If you want a meal that will make you say,
so good!
That is fantastic.
Catch Neighborhood Eats, where we find the best local restaurants. Streaming now on KENS 5+.
Welcome back. A Reagan High School student will be awarded the Congressional Gold Medal, the highest award a civilian can receive. The prestigious honor is based on the work he's put into his nonprofit. It's called Hope for Triumph. I got the chance to sit down with this very accomplished incoming senior to learn more about what inspires his charity work. Hope for Triumph got its start in the living room of the Tripathy home. Its founder, 17-year-old Siddhar Tripathy's mission to empower those affected by terminal illness. But for him, it's personal.
When I was 9, my mom was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. She was given a life expectancy of 3 months.
The family would rally around Siddhar's mom, Charu. Chemotherapy hitting Charu as it does many cancer patients, causing her to lose her hair.
And he saw me and he was like peeking out of the door, and I saw the fear in his eyes, and I thought like, okay, it's not me, it's the entire family who is facing it. The fear, the dilemma.
The experience changing Siddhar and the entire family.
Like with any kid, they're thinking like, my mom is gonna die. I was trying to just like make the most of it.
Once his mom was in remission, Siddhar realized it was his turn to help other families going through the same stresses.
No one should be facing cancer alone.
So he started with a message of hope.
We started out by going out giving cards, helping the kids, care packages. Eventually I realized that I could better help people if I started it as a nonprofit.
In 2023, at the age of 14, establishing his nonprofit, Hope for Triumph.
We started creating a community of volunteers, and we go out and provide services to help families undergoing cancer with their mental health. We help with services such as transportation to hospitals, food, cleaning, tutoring for kids.
In the last 2 years, the nonprofit giving out thousands of care kits, hundreds of care packages, and raising thousands of dollars. His outreach even touching his 8th grade science teacher, Denise King, who fought endometrial cancer.
And it was just really nice to know that there's something other than your immediate family and your immediate circle of friends that can help you through something like this. And for a teenager to step up and do that, that is almost unheard of.
He was very compassionate since childhood.
His parents, proud of the impact Siddhar and his team are making on the community.
I would say Siddhar is a leader. He's creating more leaders in the community by the way he's growing Hope for Triumph.
A young leader driven by compassion and purpose.
My goal eventually with Hope for Triumph is to support cancer research and to create a world where cancer is no longer an issue that people have to deal with.
I have a feeling we're going to hear much more about Siddhar in the future. All right, back to our countdown at number 2. Church may be getting a lot more political. That's because for the first time in decades, the IRS says religious leaders can speak openly about political candidates from the pulpit, even endorsing candidates without risking their church's tax-exempt status. The Texas Tribune reports the policy change stems from a proposed settlement filed in July between the agency and 2 Texas churches. Just days after the filing, several churches in Texas took to social media to praise the move, saying it's, quote, time for the church to get loud. State Representative Nate Schatzline and also a pastor in Fort Worth called it a green light for churches to get politically engaged. The settlement still needs a judge's approval. And at number 1, Texas Democrats who fled the state to block attempts to vote on a congressional redistricting plan say they will stay away until the end of the special session. As some of the lawmakers held a press conference in Massachusetts this week with state legislatures from across the country to speak out on the redistricting standoff in the Lone Star State. They accused Republican lawmakers of trying to rig congressional maps.
The President of the United States of America, Donald Trump, has drawn these maps in Washington, D.C., and they've sent them to Texas, they've sent them to Missouri. We know this for a fact. They've drawn the maps, and they're accepting this. And why is this happening? This is the opposite of democracy. Why is this happening? This is very simple. They do not want the Epstein files to be released.
More than 50 Texas Democrats have fled the state to prevent a quorum on a vote for a new GOP redistricting map. Attorney General Ken Paxton says if they don't return by Friday, he'll seek to have their seats vacated. And the president signaled Tuesday that federal law enforcement may step in. All right, thanks for joining us for this week's episode of the Weekly Wrap, only on KENS 5 Plus. We'll see you next week. Bye, guys.